Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Let me move my tape back here. Rise and shine, wake your behinds. It's a new day, smile. Oh, man. So, y'all saw my title. Hopefully, I don't change it by the end of this video. But, I'm just talk. We'll just talk and then get into it. Maybe I just get straight into it. I'm not sure how I'm going to go. I got different thoughts on this. So, anyway, I'm just get straight into it. So, the blood diamond, okay? I have wrote down, I'm the blood diamond, okay? Back in the day, when they had kids mining for diamonds and stuff like that, it was a setup. It was a two-part story. So, even though they had people or kids mining diamonds, they was mining the kids because they were trying to get to me. Okay? So, if you look at with the diamonds and stuff, how the deeper diamonds are super deep in the ground where you have to dig hard to get to it. All right? And excuse the noise. I have like a little fan beside me right now. And I'm trying to keep myself from getting too warm while I'm doing these videos. Hold on. Yes, sir. You okay? Ouch, that's my foot. What you doing? Okay. As always, my son is by me. But yeah, so as you know, diamonds are deep in the ground or wherever, you got to dig deep to get to it. But what they was doing is they was trying to get the kids' energies because they was using the kids' energies to find the diamonds, okay? Because kids are closer to God, okay? The older they get, the further they get away from God due to life programming and stuff like that. And they did. Everything's coming back to me, just to let you know. So you know how, like, back in the day, let me turn this thing off. So you know how, not back in the day, but you know how they have, like, the detectors for gems and stuff? They used the kids for that. The kids was the detectors. The kids knew where the diamonds was at. The kids knew where the jewels was at because the energy within the kids magnetized it. And they could feel where to go at because it was all energy. See, back in the day, there was no electricity type stuff. It was like no power lines in no areas, okay? So the kids was able to sense where these diamonds was at. And so that's how they was able to get these diamonds. That's how they was able to find a lot of these jewels and stuff because of the energy inside of them. They was magnets. They was able to find them faster than the adults could. And when they found that, that's why diamonds cost so much, okay? That's why they one of the most expensive gems in the world. Because the energy that comes off of it, 'cause each gem has its own energy level, okay? And diamonds have a very high energy level in it. And that's why they was noticing that even though the diamonds was deeper in the ground, they provided more energy. That's why they cost so much. Oh, by the way, well, it's not relevant now, but I am a certified diamondologist, a diamond and gemologist. Yeah, well, I used to work at a jewelry store, so yeah, I'm certified. Well, it's a long time ago, but I was certified. But I'm officially certified now. But yeah, so that's how they was able to find where jewels was at. So what they was doing is the more the kids or the child that could find the most diamonds, that's what they started utilizing the most. And that's what made them start training. Baby, can you move your little foot? Why you rubbing my leg right now? But yeah, so that's why, like, when it comes to me, that's how they utilize my energy. So when they use my energy, they're using my energy through kids. Because kids are the source. Kids know how to tap into my energy because they believe. Lights, same thing. With lights, that's how they was able to create lights and stuff, because kids have a natural energy. It's like in the hands and stuff, a natural source of energy. That's how a lot of stuff got created. That's how a lot of stuff, like y'all have to realize, like, hey, I don't feel like playing footsie right now. I'm sorry, y'all. but yeah, so when it comes to like, okay, my mind shifted. Like Einstein, he wasn't originally the first person that figured out about lights. It was a child. It was a child that figured out. It was a potato. Yeah, it was based off a potato. A potato, and it was something else. And a wire. Potato and a wire. Okay, potato and a wire. And that's how they figured out about electricity. And then Einstein chimed in on off of that. Do y'all know a lot of inventions came off of kids? A lot of inventions back in the day came off of kids. Kids figure stuff out way faster than adults do, because again, the older we get, the harder it is to believe. Because when you keep going through life situations and struggles, eventually you get to the point you're like, is there even a true spirit or a true God out there? But kids believe naturally. Kids believe a source, because they have imagination. You understand? Kids have imagination, so it's easier for them to believe. But anyway, so when it comes to the blood diamond, they was mining the kids. So what they start doing is they start getting more and more kids, and then the scientists of that situation, they start selling out the kids, because they start noticing after a while the kids was getting more powers. The more they mined, the more the powers they became, and they start noticing that kids was more psychic, because it's a energy source. But it was really more so, it wasn't even so much the diamond, it was the ground. The deeper in the ground, the powerful you get. Yes, sir. Not right now. It's super early, babe. Here, go ahead. Go ahead. Hold on. I don't know. It's over there on the side. But make sure the volume's down. So, yeah. It's really the dirt. The dirt is what gives you the power. And the deeper you go in the ground, the more energy you receive, because of the center of the earth. And that's why diamonds was so much of a big thing, because you had to go deeper in the ground to get to them. And what it took to create a diamond, that's why. So that's why, like, now when y'all look at stuff now, y'all so much jump into this jewelry stuff and like, oh my God, I need to have all these jewelries and this and that, because you're thinking that the diamonds is the value. It's not. So you better go outside and put your hand in the ground, Stubbs, and throw that dirt on you, rub it all over you. That's more expensive than the diamond you got on you. I ain't saying you don't use it, or not to like it, but that's really what it boils down to. The value was in the dirt, not the diamond. But anywho, but yeah, so they start taking the kids, and they start noticing the deeper the kids got into the ground, the more intelligent they became, because they was more tapped into the source. And when they tap into the source, they start getting more information, more knowledge, and they start knowing certain things or whatever like that. So these people will have them ooh, okay. I'm just shifting again. That's how y'all found out where the dinosaurs and stuff was at. Because the more they dug into the ground, they started knowing, like, hey, they start noticing about, they start getting visions. Start getting visions about, like, the dinosaurs and all of that. They start seeing things, because the more you dig deep, even though it's metaphor, it's like, even though they was digging deep in the ground, they was digging deeper into their cells at the same time. And so, because it tapped more into that source. So they start having visions about, like, dinosaurs and all of that. So they start using these kids as maps. Okay? Kids became the maps. Think about it. How do we navigate the world? Someone had to go out there or see something to know where to go at. Kids was the maps. That's how they knew where to go at and how to figure things out. But they realized the source. they knew there was a source, a main unit, and they was trying to find out who the main unit was. And in that process, that's when they start noticing it was me. It was my spirit, because they start seeing me, because they knew there was somebody that was helping them. Because at the same time, there was times they was holding them hostage and doing different things, and a lot of kids kept getting away, and they was wondering how these kids are getting away, how the kids are figuring these things out. And they found out, they captured one of them, found out it was me. I was helping them get through these processes and get through this stuff. So when they found that out, they was like, okay, just let you know, as I'm talking, I can see everything that's going on, and my memory is coming back even more. So that's what's going on. Yeah, so I can see them capturing this little boy. They holding on to this little boy, and the little boy trying to get away. And he's like, how you know how to get out? How do you figure out how to get out of here? And he was like, because she helped me. She helped me. And I'm back in sound, y'all. She helped me. Who helped you? Ain't no females around here. It's only men. Who helped you? She helped me. Who's a she? It's a spirit. It's something I can't. She's not like us. She's not like us. But she helped us. But she showed us how to get out of here. Who is she? We don't know, because they didn't know who I was. We don't know. She never talked. She never said anything. But it was a light. We just saw a light and we followed it. She helped us get out. Okay, because the people had trapped them inside the mind. They trapped them inside it. There was something happened. No. Ooh, something happened. The kids was inside there, and the walls collapsed. The walls collapsed. No different than what happened to minors now. The walls collapsed, and they was trapped inside there. It was like 15 or 20 kids inside there, and they was trapped, and they couldn't get out. And out of nowhere, I told them to keep digging. They kept digging. No, they kept digging. And then they got closer to a diamond. When they got closer to the diamond, I touched it. And when I touched it, I glowed up. And that's how they was able to see me in the dark. Because my energy source, when I touch something, it can light up. So when I touched it, that's how they was able to see inside the cave. And when they saw inside the cave, they saw my aura. And when they saw the aura, I held on. You remember the other day I had the battery in my hand? So I held the gem in my hand. And I just directed them out, because they ended up trusting me. Matter of fact, I touched one of the boys I did this to one of the boys. And when I did that, he jumped. And that's when he said, we can trust her. We can trust her. Yeah, he said, we can trust her. Because I ain't say nothing. As y'all know, I stay quiet. So I didn't say nothing. I just put my hand on his heart. And he said, we can trust her. And he was able to hear me in the spirit. So he was like, we got to follow her. We got to follow her. And then I showed him how to get out of the place. And after that moment, that's how they found out about me. Because I was always incognito. I was always a type where I didn't want nobody to know where I was at. I just did what I needed to do and go. Because I don't need validation. Okay? I don't need people to have to know what I do. I do a lot of stuff in the world. And y'all don't know nothing about it. Because I don't jump out here and be like, yo, guys, guess what I did today? Nah, I just like, okay, it's done. Let me go to the next thing. So that's how they found out about me. The adults knew something about me. They heard about me. But they thought it was a myth. They thought it was a myth. And when that boy told them what happened, that's when they realized it had to be real. Because they knew nobody could get out of there. Matter of fact, it was one man in there with them. It was one man. It was the boys and one man trapped in there. And that's how they realized it was true. Because the man was like, yeah, yes. You know, how can I say it? He couldn't see me. The kids could only see me. The kids could only see me. I didn't make myself visible to him because I didn't want them to know about me. I made myself visible to the kids only. And I can do that. I can turn my light on and off for whoever I want. And I turn my light off a lot, just to let y'all know. Because I ain't got time for all the extra energy and craziness. So sometimes I can turn my light off around people so they can't see me. Even though you see me, you can't see me. But yeah, so... yeah, so the guy came, when they got out, the guy got out with them. And the guy's like, yes, something happened. He was like, I don't know what happened, but the energy in the room shifted. He's talking now. He said, the energy in the room shifted. I don't know what happened, but the kids, they started acting different. They wasn't panicking. Everybody got quiet and calm. They wasn't yelling. They was screaming. And everybody just got calm. And next minute, I know the boy he jumped. His body like jumped or something, and then next minute I know all the kids did the same thing, and they all start walking. I told him to, like, because he was panicking. He's like, I told him to just wait. The people gonna come for us. They're gonna come for us. And the boy kept saying, no, you can stay here, but you can stay here by yourself. But we leaving. And so the guy was like, and he ain't had no choice. He's like, Dad, it's like me against them. So he was like, man, at least I know we'll figure this out. So he followed them out. And that's how he told the rest of them. He was like, hey, yeah, something happened. All of these things happened. And out of nowhere, we got out. And something was down there with us. He was like, something was down there with us. Because ain't no way in the world we was able to get out like that. It was dark. These kids was able to see in the dark. I don't know how. It was pitch black in there. I don't know how in the heck we got through there. But the kids figured it out. All we did was hold hands and walk out the door. Walked out, and they figured out. So something happened. It spooked them. It spooked him, but he was at peace at the time. He's like, I don't know what it is, but I was at peace. I wasn't scared anymore. I was terrified at first, but I felt at peace. And so after that, they kept the kids and stuff or whatever, and they kept trying to talk to the kids to get more information. And that the kids wouldn't say anything. I told the kids, I said, leave it alone, So the kids like, okay. Don't get me wrong, I got them out of there. It was a step process. But yeah, so that happened, and then the guys, they started talking. And they started explaining the stuff to each other. And it was like, we heard of this before. This ain't the first time I heard of this story. Somebody said, my grandmother told me about this. And then somebody was like, yeah, my granddaddy said something about this type of thing. And now they start putting the pieces together. So that's the story of that. That's the farthest I'm going to go with it. I'm Leon Cliffhanger. Okay. Leon Little Cliffhanger. But the kids, those kids, They got out. They got saved. They were saved. But yeah, so that's how they figured it out. They knew what they was doing in a way. It was their way to trap me, to try to find me. So it's like, yes, in one sense, they was looking for the diamond, but the other part of them, it was someone in the group that knew that I would come to help them. You know how like fairy godparents, the teacher. The teacher that, I forget his name, but the teacher that acts real crazy over Timmy, he's like, I know you got fairy godparents. I know you got it. It was a guy like that there that knew what's going on. And, he was like a mad scientist. He was a mad scientist. He wanted to figure it out because I saved him at one point in his life. I saved him when he was a little kid, and he saw me. And when the kids told him the story, that's when he realized it's real. This is real. What I saw is real. And yeah. So ever since then, that one became a super mad scientist and was like, okay, I'm gonna put the pieces together. What I learned as a kid, and the pieces together as this. And that's when they started navigating for me again. Cause it was more so like, they gave up. Cause I went missing in action for a long time. As y'all know, I don't have problems staying by myself. But what happened was I was living in a cave. I went to live in a cave by myself. I ain't had no friends. I ain't had nothing. But I was at peace. I lived in a cave by myself for, okay, that's the 30 years. I stayed in the cave for 30 years by myself. Yep. Matter of fact, I was I was listening to what Steve Harvey the other day, and on the radio, and they asked, if you had one choice in the world, would you live by yourself for the rest of your life, or would you live with your haters for the rest of your life? And I'm listening. It's all part of the story. I'm listening. Steve Harvey, them like, I live my haters. I live my haters because I deal with them every day. But the kicker is, would you live with your haters? Meaning, when you deal with the people you can't stand that's all. You don't get to deal with good people too. It's on the people that hates you, be mean to you, and say horrible stuff to you. I said, I'll live by myself because I'm at peace by myself. Because at the same time, I can travel the world, do what the heck I want to by myself. But yeah, so I've always been someone that can, how can I say, I go into like a shell. And it's easy for me. And every time I go into this shell, I come out brighter. That's why I've been able to do what I did, y'all. Being around people is cool and all, but I like to be to myself. And every time I go out, I see things, I take the information in, and I come back, go into my little shell, and I look at it, and I pay attention to it, and I'm like, okay, this is all right. I know how to handle this situation now. You know, so being by myself, that's why I keep getting brighter and brighter each day. Because I'm not afraid to be alone. I'm not afraid to listen to God's voice. I'm not afraid to listen to my voice. So, yeah, I shine very bright. Brighter than a diamond. I don't know why I'm going to say this, but I'm going to bring it to another part. Excuse me. So, that leads me to this next part. So, in the world, reason why, because I hear somebody asking me something. Somebody saying, how do you get through all these people, though? Like, how do you handle not allowing them to mess with you? Okay, so this is the thing. In society, when people bully you and stuff, when they do it in public, it makes you feel bad. It's like, oh my God, everybody pointing and laughing at me, right? Well, over time, I realized people only bully you through what they know will make them scared or make them feel sad and stuff like that. So, say for example, like I have certain people that mock me, right? And they'll throw different things. They'll mock how I look, how I sound, what I do, what I wear, and all of that. Only reason y'all mock me on those things, because you know, if somebody would joke on you about those things, it would tear you apart. It would make you feel miserable and sad. When people joke on someone, they only joke on you what hurts them. That's it. They only attack you based off of what will hurt them. If it don't hurt them, then they know it. They feel like it ain't gonna hurt you. Okay? Because when they joke on you, they joking on them. It's like they're attacking what they don't like about themselves. So once I realized, like, oh, so if you're talking about my hair, you don't like your hair. You're talking about how I look, you don't like how you look. If you're talking about how I dress, it's because you don't like the way you dress. Okay, if you talk about my personality, it's because you don't like your personality. Cool. You want to know why it was so easy for me to not allow this stuff to happen? How can you get back at a bully that's bullying you? Don't pay them no mind. The same way their body ain't paying them no mind. That's why it don't bother me. A joke is only funny if it hurts. Can you turn it down just a little bit? Thank you. Yeah, a joke only hurts if a joke is only funny if it hurts. If it doesn't bother me, then it ain't funny no more. The bully only gets this rock soft when it can hurt you. But if it can't hurt you, guess what? Now I just took what you gave me and threw it right back at you, and I ain't had to say a word. Now you butt hurt. Now you got to figure out how to go and change all those things that you just said about me because you know you don't feel it. I mean, because you don't like yourself. You understand? So for me, it's like what's that thing? Back in the day when they was like, you should have had a V8. I just do that. I just do that. You just should have had a V8. That's it. I learned that at the end of the day, like it's like comedians. A lot of times comedians go on stage and they utilize their lives and joke about it because in order to get on stage, you already know people can go and dab in your life. They're going to try to figure out about things in your life, and that's how they heckle you. Hecklers, or whatever, all they do is go see things about your life on TV or wherever, or they do research. Then they come to those clubs or those events and then take something about your personal life and throw it back at you. But if you make a joke on yourself before they joke on you, or tell your truth before they tell it on you, it ain't funny no more. But it's funny to the audience because they laughing at you, laughing at yourself. It's a difference than somebody just laughing at you and then you're sitting back looking like boo-boo the fool. So yeah, with me, I have told y'all everything about me. Even some things that at one point I was ashamed of. But it's like, hey, it's my life. I've been through it. I've seen it. I've done it. Or these things happen to me. It is what it is. Why should I be ashamed of my growth? If I didn't go through these things, then guess what? How can I shine bright like a diamond? A diamond is created in the darkest place with the heaviest of the heaviest dirt, minerals, bugs, and everything. Y'all didn't think throwing so much dirt on me and keeping me in the dark wasn't going to make me a better person? See, the thing about it is this. You have two ways of surviving. Either you're going to sit back and allow things to just cover you up, and you're going to sit back and just accept what they tell you and accept your value, or you're going to dust yourself off and show people your true value. See, I walk out in this world and show you my value without even telling you how much I cost. Y'all already know I am high value. Y'all already know y'all can't afford me. You already know it. Because that's what type of energy I provide. You understand? That's the type of energy I provide. Y'all know there's things in this world where you can look at and can tell that's high quality and that's low quality. Baby, can you turn it just a little bit? Okay, thank you. You understand? True quality doesn't have to advertise. No different than the Chinese food. How many of y'all know about Chinese food and they never had a true advertisement? You understand? True quality, you don't have to advertise it. You just show up and everybody can see it. So I learned to take the dirt and use it. I learned to take the minerals and use it. I learned to take the worms and the bugs and use it. I ate off of that. Everything y'all gave me, I ate. However I need to eat it. See, the dirt y'all put on me is what helped to cover up the seeds that I was putting inside me. The bugs was helping with the proteins and stuff that I needed to grow. The tears is what helped to help the seeds to get to the potential it need to be. I was already the light, so it was gonna grow the way it needed to show. So at the end of the day, y'all, it's like, don't be afraid of the dark. Don't be afraid of the dirt. Don't be afraid of the bugs. Those are people, the haters that keep coming in and irritating you. Don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of the tears because you need that. You understand? But just remember, don't cry too much because you can drown yourself in the process. You understand? So when y'all start learning that, you can realize that you are the light. You can grow the way you need to grow in this world. You can live the way you need to live in this world. You can be happy. Be your truth. The only reason why the world is so corrupt and down is because y'all are chaining yourself to that dirt. Y'all scared to grow out of it. Y'all scared to see what the world look like. You're scared to see what your true potential can be because so many people threw dirt on your name. So many people coming in and irritating you. Just think how beautiful this world would be with all the flowers and the trees and everything and the animals roaming like they're supposed to. But y'all have put yourself in that jail. In order for this world to flourish in the way it needs to, and the ground and everything, the grass be greener on both sides, where you don't have to worry about picking or choosing, you gotta allow yourself to grow. And the only way you can grow is be honest with yourself. Y'all know the crazy stuff I've said about myself. Like the stuff that y'all can go back. I've said a lot. But it's not crazy, and I need to take that out. It's not, I don't freak, I can say crazy. I know I ain't crazy, but it's just, that's how the world look at it. Don't you want to be free? Don't you want to be able to walk this world and not worry about what anybody think about you? At the end of the day, you gotta be mindful. You know, we got kids around, but it's just the fact that you can get up every day and just live life and just say, ain't got nothing over my head. You can't use this topic against me. Can't use that topic against me because I'm open book. I'm a free agent. I don't care. Yeah, I did this. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I made that mistake. Yep. I made that mistake. Yep. I like this type of thing. I like that type of thing. And what? Now what? Yep. Everything you said about me is true. And I own up to it. Now what you gonna do about it? Oh, you don't want to talk no more. Oh, you ain't got nothing else to say? Oh, so you telling me that you about to go hang out with somebody else now? Oh, so you telling me now it ain't funny no more because I'm admitting to everything. I'm being honest about myself. So you can't use this stuff on my head. So now that's all I had to do for your behinds to walk away and leave me the heck alone. Cause it ain't funny no more. See, it's only funny when somebody can hurt you. How many times y'all be walking and y'all stepping on people, plants and grass and stuff and they ain't even paying attention? You understand? How many times y'all be in the club and y'all be walking and stepping on people's shoes and stuff? On purpose. Spilling drinks and stuff on purpose. But how many times y'all do that and then the person don't even stress it? They just wipe the shoes off or they wipe the drink off and keep it moving. Or the person see the plant that fell down and they go back and just put it right back to where it goes. How many of y'all seen that and you like, why they ain't mad for? Because they realize all you got to do is dust yourself off and try again. So in this world, man, when we start valuing ourselves and realizing that we are Mother Earth. Every single one of you are Mother Earth. You know that, right? Because my spirit is within you. You are the light. But in order for the earth to grow the way it needs to, you need to shine your light bright like a diamond. You have to shine your light. The sun is amazing. Don't get me wrong. But the light within inside of you can help things grow a lot faster. But if you keep holding on to with everything and staying deep in the dark, how can you shine on that seed that you planted? It's so crazy. It's so crazy that in this world, people can plant seeds in your garden. You know that, right? And you wonder why you got so many weeds there. Because, so this is another way to look at it. So a person come up to you and say, you ugly, you ain't nothing, you ain't gonna never be nothing. You understand me? Kids ain't gonna be nothing, this and that. Now, just picture that. I got something. Freaking. Just picture that as seeds. They throwing those seeds in your head. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Seeds in your head, right? What you do? You believe in that. Right? You believe in that, right? So now, your light is focused on those seeds they sprinkled. But because it's your garden, they're not going to come out as flowers. They're going to come out as weeds. Now you got all these weeds growing in your garden. You wonder why the flowers ain't growing like they're supposed to. Why the fruits and vegetables not growing like they're supposed to. Because you was focusing on the wrong plants. You was focusing on the wrong things, and you wonder why you go through this life and you gotta keep cutting these weeds down. Why every time I turn around, I gotta keep dealing with the same goddamn problem. Every time I turn around, somebody keep messing with me. Every single day, it's another thing after another thing after another thing. Every time it's always raining. Why it's always raining? Because you keep watering their plants. And you wonder why they keep coming by the, oh, that's so beautiful. Because to them, they look like flowers. To you, it look like weeds. See, they're watching their garden grow on your life. Everything's illusion. They're watching their garden grow on your life. And you wonder why they keep following you. Because they got to make sure their plants are still strong. They got to still make sure the plants are still growing strong. Think about it. Why people stalk you? Why people keep watching you? Because they want to make sure that their seeds are continuing to grow. They know that you seeing weeds, but to them they seeing flowers, and they feeling good. So, when you get tired of keep fertilizing their seeds, then you start noticing, hold on, let me focus on my plants and seeds. Because I keep eating this bad fruit and wonder why I keep getting sick. I keep feeling like every time I turn around, I'm getting allergies. Why am I keep getting sick? Why do allergies keep messing up? Oh, God, how many of y'all having asthma attacks? Because you wasn't planting the right flowers. You kept planting the weeds, and you wonder why you keep having asthma attacks, because the air you have is polluted. You can't breathe in it. That's why. You wonder why every time you turn around, you over here feel like you panicking and stuff like that, because you wonder why I don't have money to enough of money for food. Why I don't have enough of money for clothes? Why I don't have, because you got so many weeds in your garden. Your brain not able to focus on what you need to provide the sources, to get the sources that you need. Because they keep telling you can't be great enough to have that business. They're telling you you're not great enough to get that car you always wanted or that house you always wanted. And you wonder why you stuck in these systems. Why you keep running to the hospital all the time. Why every time you turn around you keep getting sick. Because guess what? They over there maintaining your garden. They over there watching your garden. Because as long as your garden stay toxic, you ain't worrying about theirs. That's why their flowers are growing. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.